Welcome to Safcom Kitchen, and before anything, it's good to be safe, sanitize, ensure that you sanitize before doing anything. It's good to be safe, remain safe. Anything you touch, be safe. After this, check that your temperatures are okay. We have 36. Today, in our kitchen, let us talk about surveys. What happens out there? Somebody receive a mail, proceed, carry out survey for connectivity, carry out surveys for either internet, MPLS, point to point, or any other service that a client may want, even may want Wi-Fi. What happens? Join me as I take you through a presentation on what happens. Welcome to the kitchen now. I remember this is my personal experience at Safaricom as a partner, having worked both at NetSol and now at Com21. Surveys mark the most important step of solution giving, whereby we determine what we need to give the customer. This is where ingredients are thought of. We involve physical visiting of the technician to the location of the customer. And remember that these survey results are the ones which determine what the customer will be charged, how much they will pay. The surveyor, the guy doing it, needs to give the best advice, and they should never mislead the designers. If you do that, those guys are smart. They use technological devices to counter-check your findings, and if they realize that they're not accurate, be sure either you'll be told to redo the survey again, or you may be banned from doing the survey ever again. So much keeps changing, and in the process, it's important to visit to ascertain your accuracy in terms of the results. When you're preparing for survey, you need to ask yourself, what does your service provider offer? At Safaricom, I know of 4 last mile technologies, that is fiber, Facebook, P2MB, which is we call Seragon or point to multipoint. Then there is Wimax, which has been replaced lately with LTE. Now, before you start your trip to survey, ask yourself, what does the client want? Because you may go doing surveys for solutions which may not offer what the client may want. Then proceed to ask yourself, what are the technologies that are available in where you are going? Then associate your policy. You know, these companies don't operate in the same policies. In Kenya, we have major service providers like Safaricom, Airtel, Orange, Access Kenya, Liquid Telecom. So don't think that they all apply in the same policies. Just at Safaricom, we have a policy that, for example, Wimax, we cannot give you more than 2 MB. For LTE, we cannot give you more than 5 MB. For microwave, you can take as much as it's available. For fiber, you can take as much as you may want. Prioritize your links from affordability to the client to the ability to provide all the required service and required bandwidth. In other words, for example, if you go where there is fiber, there is microwave, there is Seragon, you only need to ask yourselves which one can be more cheap to the customer. For example, fiber is cheap compared to microwave, so you better give the client fiber if that's what's available, instead of trying to just force yourself into the customer solutions. Maybe at the end of the day, the customer will realize maybe you cheated on him and it is not going to be good. Then I'm now going to discuss about microwave surveys. because these are the most, they are very detailed. So much is required because you have to visit both the client and the BS end. You have to recommend the most optimum path. The optimum means the one which is shorter, the one which provides what the client needs, and the one which is really accessible, and which has got all what the transmission team may require. For example, you may realize that some sites may be closer to you, but they may not have the necessary infrastructure. In that case, you recommend the one which is a bit far but has got all the infrastructure that you need for your transmission. Then there is what you call there is a template that is available for you to use. In this template, you're supposed to fill all the details that has been given or been requested. So instead of you trying to do guesswork, definitely use the template to know that I've gotten the coordinates, I've gotten the BS name, I've gotten this BS has got power, circuit breakers, there is power availability, there is available slots for expansion of the circuit breakers, there is the required heights, there is space between those heights. That template is so smart, it can help you to get your right results. And remember that you may really note that we have you may notice that we have challenges that may come during installation. In such a situation, note them down so that somebody, when he comes, is able to handle those challenges, and depending on what you give on your survey report. Microwave is the best for remote connections. It's so good in handling special services like E1 for voice, SIP for voice, high bandwidth, MPLS for private networks, point-to-point connections. The microwave can just simply do this. Even if it's costly, it's a bit more expensive than these others, but it is the best because it really provides good solutions. Don't forget that if you have to be connected on microwave, you make sure during survey you confirm from the client if they have VLAN tagged routers. If they do not have, recommend or suggest to them that it's important they procure one, or recommend that Safaricom provides one for them. If you're good in doing microwave surveys, then you're good to go. Fiber surveys are very easy because you only need to see that the building is ready for fiber. It has been installed fiber. We have an FAT. FAT means fiber access terminal. FTTB means fiber to the building or fiber to the home. The moment you realize that you see this availability of these gadgets, then your survey is done. Just say the building is fiber ready. Now what remains is that let the client receive fiber. Actually, if there is fiber, it overrides everything because fiber is cheap, it carries a large bandwidth, it is easy to install, so it becomes the number one priority connection the moment you notice that it is being put ready. Also note that Safaricom offers clients with a router which accompanies fiber services, which we call a chip-on or AR, and then it also Safaricom does the same with LTEs. In this situation, clients are able, if they do not want to buy a new router, they can't afford one, then you just say we will provide a router, and then that router will do just everything the client wants. So fiber surveys are very easy to do. What about point to multipoint, which we refer in this case at Safaricom, we call them Seragon? This one, you only need to confirm that at the base station, this base station has got it has got a sector here. The sector, which we call HBS, is what points to the customers wherever they are. So once you know that in a town there is a sector maybe pointing to your direction, your job is, that survey is already done. Just get the coordinates of the customer side, know the sector that is pointing that direction, that is done. And again, this point to multipoint, the type of microwaves which have replaced microwave, they are a bit cheaper to the customers. They very good when, especially when you are connecting customers who are on MPLS, because at the headquarters you may use any type of connection, but the remote ends, if you are to have point to multipoints, then you can connect the client cheaply and affordably according to their needs, which they need. Remember that my point to point Saragons can be able to do both internet, and I can also do MPLS, even point to point. We are talking about Wimax now. Wimax survey is also, this is a family of point to multipoint that is being phased out by the new technology of LTE and Ceragon. But again, we have not ruled them out because we use them. They are a bit friendly to install. They can cover long distance, unlike Ceragon or point to multipoint, which covers a shorter distance. This one you can even connect a client who is 23 to 25 kilometers far away. But unfortunately, they are limited by bandwidth because of the policy. We give a maximum of 2 MB for our customer. And since they came earlier than LTE, so they're a bit costlier than LTE. But you only need just to get coordinates of the client. You give it to the designers. Those guys will definitely tell you whether there is available Wimax around there or it's not there. I think this is the final one. I won't talk about LTE or 4G. It just came the other day. LTE stands for long-term evolution, or the 4th generation of connections. This one operates at very high speed, and you just need a phone to do your survey. You can even use the same phone to just connect a client. You don't need a laptop on these things. Very friendly. Yeah. Then you, on your phone, download an app called Open Signal. That tells you whether the signals are good or they're bad. If there are signals which Safaricom we recommend, if they are below that, we do not recommend. We say this client is far away from strong signals, and then our survey simply is declined. But most of these surveys are done during the acquisition, and those guys doing the acquisition of customers, they just simply check whether the signals are okay. So at the moment, some of us are being sent to one and install. Already the survey has been done and is successful. Rarely do we get an unsuccessful in survey, because as I said earlier, LTE stroke 4G is more friendly. They are easy to install, and they are very well covered in this country right now, and it is the next big thing in the country now, so not much is required during surveys. There are custom tools that you may need if you think you're not sure what you're doing. You may get coordinates. You're doing a microwave survey, give it to guys in the office, or even yourself. You can just use that Google Earth tool to establish the distance between where the client is and the nearest base station, we call BS. If you are unable to do that, you give your other guys in the office. They can assist, do an evaluation of the nearby base stations, and be sure that you're likely to succeed with this Google Earth tool. We also have GPS's apps, which are very good and very accurate. You're not very sure, send them to other guys again in an office. Let them confirm that where you are exactly, that is the right place, because sometimes you may end up using some of the apps that are fake and they may not really give you the right results. You go to Masai Mara, you're looking for a place in Masai Mara, but when they are being checked, they notice that they are taking them to Nigeria. That can cause a friction between the surveyor and the solution guys, the designers. So make sure you download the correct app and be checking it all the time. As I said, we have a survey template, and that template has to be filled fully. It contains the name of the client, whether the connection is new or old, the date when the survey was done, the coordinates, if the client is connected in a rooftop or if you have in a ground floor. You need to know the area well, who is in charge of that area, whom you call in case you want access keys. You need to understand the base station, how it looks like. If there are obstacles, if the client requires to have a mast, this is the time that you check. As you check, you fill the template. This template has to be filled in full, including taking pictures of the location and sharing them on that template. When somebody gets these ones, is able to do the proper design of what needs to be fixed at the client end. Now we have the LT, which we call a Moran. It looks like a Masai Moran. easy to fix on the client's wall, the client roofs. Sometimes you can even place it inside the room if the signals are correct. Actually, I came to notice the other day that they are affected by reflections. If you think you have serious reflections, just put them inside a room. They will be performed so well. We have done experiment and it has proved that one. They are very friendly to do it. You can take less than 40 minutes to do complete installation, including installation and doing reports, and it's just great. It's the next good thing in this country actually is what customers are taking in large numbers. Points to note during surveys: that survey must be taken seriously. It is from there that the cost is determined. Errors during survey can be costly. If you're not doing installation, you have issues that are deterring you from getting results, be sure there was a problem during survey. Only experienced and skilled professionals should carry out site surveys, and the good surveys give us good results. That is not a joke. Safaricom Kitchen, from our desk, we say we are there for you. We always test the waters before someone else swims in that water, and I still maintain that this is my personal experience within Safaricom, within Com21, within Netsol. It's not an opinion of Safaricom as a company. It's not an opinion of Com21. It's an expression that I've shared. You can follow us on Most Film Entertainment Wall. On Facebook, you can proceed to YouTube channel, find subscribe to Safcom Kitchen, or simply go to Most Fame on Instagram, and we shall be happy and we shall be good. This is the COVID era advice. Please keep safe, wear your masks, keep social distance, sanitize, and this one very important, that don't touch what you must not touch. Touching things is one way of also trying to contradict what we call this one. May be able to pick diseases by touching things which you don't need, you should not touch. Please keep safe, don't touch what you must not touch.